All right, so for my arm wrestling training lately, I've been getting back into the fundamental arm wrestling specific lifts, being back pressure, pronation, supination, rising over the fingers, and cupping. Those are the main exercises I'm focusing on. I'm also doing general strength training just to sustain some amount of muscle mass and strength in my upper body, such as bench press, lat training, pull-ups, full upper body. I train my legs as well, but in this video, I want to talk about back pressure in specific because today I maxed out on back pressure and I was able to do 102 pounds, and this is the best that I've ever done personally. I'm pretty fatigued considering I was going heavy on chest yesterday and I was doing back pressure yesterday as well, but for static holds with less weight. But I've been doing back pressure almost every single day lately, just in an attempt to get stronger. And even in the past week and a half since I started, I'm already seeing the strength go up, even as I'm not fully recovered, even as I'm fatigued and I'm still having the tendon pain, but I know I'm still getting stronger so that when I am fresh, I'll be even stronger. But I wanted to compare my list with some of the top level arm wrestlers just to see kind of what that strength level is at for those elite athletes in arm wrestling and some of these specific movements. First, I want to show the lift that I did today. So here's the back pressure from today. So I got basically 2 reps. The first rep was a lot cleaner than the second, but still moved a little bit. It wasn't as nice of a form as I would like, that's for sure. But for this exercise, I'm mainly focusing on just doing the rising motion. I'm not really cupping with the little strap. I could cup with it and try and drag back more with my lat, but I'm really just trying to post up more and use my brachialis more. That's the main focus here. So with the right there, I kind of had to use a little bit more lat, to be honest, than posting ability. But with the lighter weights, I'm trying to maintain really good form and post up because I want to get my rising strength up, because I feel like getting that high ground is super important in arm wrestling. So that's kind of one of the areas I'm focusing on with my training right now. Now let's take a look at some elite athletes and how much weight they're doing on this lift. For example, Denis Saplankov. So let's look at this video from Hermes Gasparini, where he compares his lift to to Levon and to Denis. So there you see 192 pounds, which is just absolutely absurd amount of weight, almost double what I'm doing. Denis is, the way he's gripping it, he's kind of cupping in more. He's using a lot more lat and it's more drag as opposed to just like a posting style, which you'll see more from Hermes as well, is more of a posting style. But even with just the lat drag and all that bicep, that is an insane amount of weight to be moving like that. So there's Levon with 195, and as you can see with him, he's really maintaining a good form as far as back pressure and just posting up that wrist rise and that post. And even that's an insane amount of weight, 195. So that's the same amount Saplankov did, but I would say Levon's form is significantly better as far as just a strict back pressure posting style instead of more of a lat dragging, post that Denis was doing. Like, let's take a look at this again. Absolutely insane amount of weight. If you load that, even loading 100 pounds is a lot. For me personally, I was happy to get that, but I think peaked and training this movement within another month or two, I think I should be able to get 120 pounds. I really believe that, just because I haven't been training it too much consistently. I've only been training it recently in the past 2 weeks, and I'm going to do a lot of static holds, which I think help a lot just with that strength in the brachialis there. So then if I can actually peak for it and max out, I think 120 pounds is there with good form. But here's Hermes doing 181 pounds. He says full range of motion. So you notice the difference here is that he's using the angle is from a lower angle, so he's actually able to pivot a lot more back, which makes it I think a little bit easier than if the cable was coming straight across. But this is an insane amount of weight. And he pulls it all the way through. He's pivoting back, leaning, and just posting up. That's a textbook post right there. So super impressive lift right there. And also someone who's really good at this exercise, who's someone I can kind of gauge from as far as an elite level in the arm wrestling sport, is Sandras Sedis, guy from Latvia. And he's training for Worlds right now. I don't know the exact date on that, but he just uploaded a video 2 days ago with his back pressure numbers and was super impressive. So he's warming up all the way up into, I think here is about 60 kilograms, 62 kilograms.
62 kilos.
62 kilograms. So that's like 100, almost 140 pounds or something like that. Wow, so he gets it twice on the right. Left he was unable to, but with the way he's doing it, I think this makes it easier, just how long that karate belt is and the angle coming from a lower angle. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I believe that's going to make it a little bit easier. Also, he's cupping in a little bit as well. He's kind of using more lat and post, but I think it's a little bit more difficult when you just literally are just pivoting backwards. But super impressive lifts. I would say Levon's was the most impressive out of all those lifts I've seen, but I think the back pressure movement is extremely important movement for arm wrestling. I'm going to continue to train that, as well as pronation. I want to see how heavy I can get my pronation, because I've seen, you know, a lot of these elite guys with ridiculous numbers on pronation. For example, like Letton with a karate belt doing like 3 plates or something like that. So I'm going to see what I can get my numbers on those lifts as well. But I wanted to go over back pressure. Let me know in the comments what your numbers are on back pressure. How much can you lift on this movement and how important you think it is for arm wrestling. Hit that like button and I'll catch you guys later. Let's get a peek check.